All right, guys, what is going on? What up? Welcome to Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, right here on YouTube. Welcome to the live session where I live stream 4 times a week, totally for free. Totally for free, chat. How about that? Is that cool or what? Is that cool or what? Bitcoin up 3% on the day. Bitcoin up 3% on the day. That'll be the first thing. I mean, I've already got it up here. I was just checking before we started the stream here. So we can start with that. Very nice up day. Wonder if we talked about that yesterday. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'm just a fraud. I don't know. You know, maybe I just get lucky over and over again. I don't know. Maybe. But who really knows, right? Who really knows? What's good? Naruto, Willow, Edgar, Toby, Sean, Hadar, Natasha, Felix, Marvelous, Bell, Marshall, Eberneth, Martin, Nikki, Raymond, Hermita, Grauberg, Stephanie. What's good, everyone? What is good? Oh. Yeah. On I guess it was Sunday, I had tweeted that Bitcoin was at an interesting place and that I'll refer to this tweet in the future. Or it might have been on Monday. I think it was on Sunday, but either way, on yesterday's live stream, one of you, it might have been Lucas, who asked, why did I tweet that? And I gave you the answer for that, right? Imbalance prior to a liquidity run. We pushed right through that on the 8th. And then we traded back into... Well, we traded back into it on Friday, but Friday, once that closed, that created the bullish imbalance here. And that was why, because, oh, that is the wrong color. There we go. Because on Sunday, I believe is when I tweeted, that was when we traded into both of them. That's why I said, you know, I'll refer to this at a later date because this is going to take time to pan out if we're still gunning for 72K, which I think is pretty likely. If this was a 1-minute chart, I think this looks pretty nice despite 3 higher highs here. I think that's going to get destroyed in 72K plus. So that is what that looks like. Stop run originally here. And that stop run ran. So big time manipulation over on the Bitcoin side. So it, you know, that's kind of been the focus the last few days, or sorry, well, yes, the last few days, but I meant the last few weeks, right? I keep telling you guys about imbalances that overlap with previous imbalances. There's a reason for that. There's a reason I told you imbalances prior to manipulation. There's a reason I told you to study those things. That's all on purpose. Okay? So, if you haven't been studying them, that's why you're missing moves and, you know, not getting into trades, most likely. So, I think the 1 hour chart looks very janky. This looks like complete ass to me. But you can see during London yesterday is when it traded down to the lower end of the bullish one. Right? The green box was that bullish one. We traded right to the lower end of it. And we did it in a manner that was multiple lower lows. We trade higher, retracement. We launched, we retraced again, and then now, you know, it's taken off. So I think it's a little bit distorted in terms of the formation, right? That typically will be seen like that. Oh shit. Right? So it's kind of a distorted, you know, I took a couple extra retracements for it to go higher, but ultimately it's higher, right? So if you were looking to long Bitcoin at all this week, at any point, you could have even bought the highest high. I don't recommend that. You could have done that and you'd be up right now. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool in my opinion. I have no idea what's on the smaller time frames because I don't really look at Bitcoin like that. Yeah, I don't even want to bother looking at this, but I'll let you investigate if you want to go take a look at what's in there. So, because what I really want to do, and I guess I'll put that in the market review too for later on tonight. What I also want to do is view the indices, man. We are bussing to the upside, dude. This is fucking awesome. I love it, man. It's such a good day. For stockholders, at least, you know, if you're holding stock like in the triple Qs, even in Intel's almost a 5% day. Actually, let's look at that first real quick. Let's go to our stock list for just a minute. Starbucks up 20%. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Ricky, I think, said there was a new CEO or something over there. Yeah, this stock blows. But I guess they got a new CEO or something. Anyway, back on like some real shit though. Tesla, right? Tesla's having a 5% day. I did add on Monday of, what was that, Monday of last week. So I told you I bought that imbalance here on the 24th, and I bought more on August the 5th, like on that down day somewhere. Excuse me, on this up day somewhere. And it was probably because of this imbalance back here or something. It might have been that gap is what made me want to do it. And yeah, so that's having a nice day. Netflix as well is in an all-time highs. 701, I think, is all-time highs. So we got very close. Ended up pulling back. But just like the triple Qs and the other indices, we've been trading high the last few days. So Netflix seeing that continuation. That brings me to the actual triple Qs, right? Something that I've been outlining since, I don't know, Friday or Monday of last week, right? Because this was in the market review on Thursday. I know it was. And over the weekend, I think it was on Sunday, I told you to rewatch it if you wanted to. Because this was all outlined, right? It was outlined on SPY at least, right? That we had some low resistant highs here and then that gap, right? So are you really that surprised that we're up there today? Is that surprising to you? It shouldn't be. It definitely shouldn't be, right? That's what that looks like. Low resistant highs, How far can price go above highs? You already know it's an imbalance or a gap, you know, something to that effect. And there's a fucking big gap right here. Like, that's unavoidable. You cannot miss that. Unless you're blind, you cannot miss that. Look where we're at. Right up into that. Trading doesn't have to be so difficult, dude. It doesn't have to be so difficult. You know, I don't know how many times over the last 2 weeks I told you that I've been bullish on triple Qs. I have stock in triple Qs, right? Which I just got rid of today, right? I like selling on the way up. I still think it could go higher. I might have sold a little bit too early, but that's okay. You know, trying to squeeze out a couple extra pennies, like I already talked about that, you know, trying to get extra, let's say 2 points or 5 points on a 100-point move, like, you know, that's not going to make or break your career. So yeah, I got out on the way up, right? So just real easy, you know, locking in gains. It doesn't get better than that, bro. It really doesn't. You know, nothing's really down over on the list that I have, except maybe VIX, and that's just the volatility index. So that, I don't even know what to say with that. Like, that doesn't bother me or really concern me for today. But everything's up. Pretty much everything is up. Tesla 5%, Netflix 2.3%, triple Q's 2.3%. And that's cake, bro. Super cake. What's good? Jonas 2020 Pop. Ricky locked in some more Dodge meme coin. Yeah, you're wilding with that. Are you sick? You looked on Bitcoin. Never saw that on a stream. I hardly ever talk about crypto, but I like to prove a point. I tell you guys all the time, I'm like, hey, this shit works everywhere. It doesn't matter what you trade. It's all the same shit. And by taking your attention to Bitcoin on Sunday, okay, I didn't say I was bullish. I sure as fuck didn't say I was bearish. All I said was it's at an interesting place. And I'll refer to this in the future, right? But what have Natasha knows, what have I been harping on as well? Not just the inverted imbalance. What else have I been harping on? Equal highs. I wouldn't call these low resistant highs, but we've been talking a lot about low resistant highs and what? High resistant lows. So if liquidity's been taken, what is it left? You know, what is the next stage in price delivery? Well, if it took downside liquidity and we have upside liquidity resting, then that's where the fuck the market's going to go. Are you going to long on the way up? No. Where do you long? On the way down. I'm tweeting on the way down. I'm looking to long either Bitcoin or other shit like HNT or ICP, even though this is kind of dog shit at the moment, but you know, shit like HNT, right? Beautiful. So, you know, it's not difficult. It's the same thing. That's why I said earlier, this could be a 1 minute chart. This would still look good to me. It doesn't matter what asset class. It doesn't matter what time frame. It's all the same. Drop a like on a stream. If you guys are here, you guys never do it. 47 viewers, 12 likes. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. I'm out here giving you free money, chat. I've been giving you free biases, free money on the table. I can barely get a couple likes, dog. Pathetic. Pathetic. They brought in a guy from Chipotle, Brian. Is that the CEO? Yeah, I did actually, I think I wrote about that guy, the CEO of Chipotle. Because I did, I think I wrote a chapter in my book. I'm not sure which one it is. And I wrote about that because they brought him in 2014 or 2015 or something like, it was like one of those years, and their stock was awful. And then they brought the CEO in, and oh my God, 1,000% or some shit. It's been bonkers the last decade. But Chipotle sucks though, bro. They suck, bro. Everything about them sucks. Quality food goes to shit, but corporate, you know, it's all about profit, so profits go up. Good for the stock, bad for consumers. You know, paying fucking $17 for a burrito. Like, come on. I would expect that from, you know, shitholes like California or New York, but I wouldn't expect that in Texas, you know? So I had to throw some shots out there. So anyway, back to the main thing I wanted to talk about, or at least update you on. We can look at some more examples. Okay. I don't think this hit, even though I was watching it. I was gonna long that, and it didn't fill. So that kind of blows. But one thing I wanted to make a point on was the imbalance prior to liquidity runs. Was good, Alex C. British pound, I want to be short, but I'm not short yet. Jonas, look at a 1 hour chart and then zoom out. You should join the Discord is what you should do, Jonas. I think you should get a membership. It's only 25 bucks a month. And then I think you should join the Discord so you can come hang out with us in the community. That's what I really think you should do. But until then, go look at British pound on a 1 hour chart. Was good, Leon. So low resistant highs, high resistant lows, or the inverse. Okay. So what do we have right here? Low resistant highs. What do we have down here? It's already labeled. Okay. And this is a 5-minute imbalance, I think. Right. And there's a gap right here too. I don't know if my webcam is right there. Yeah, you can see this right here. See that gap? Right there. Bam. Okay. So we have an actual gap below lows at the low end of a higher time frame imbalance. We trade down to 855 and then we rally up, right? So that right there is the next candle entry. I didn't long that, by the way. I'm just giving you examples here. That's a next candle entry. Or you could say, hey, well, yeah, that's an imbalance on the way down. We trade right through that. We don't take the high, but we trade lower. Okay, cool. That's low resistant highs. Now, we should look to long that inverted imbalance, which it just didn't give me a retracement that I wanted. And then so it rallies, right? But you know who did? You know who did though? Yes. Look at that. Look how clean that is, dude. Slightly lower low. That same thing. We open. I think it rallies, drops lower, and then comes all the way back up to close as a down candle. But the point is that the wick did that right there. Okay. So same thing. Next candle entry. It rallies, closes right through. Which one? The imbalance prior to the liquidity run. Okay. Does that make sense? I want to keep saying that so that way you guys really understand this. I don't want to just say something one time and then expect you to get it. Okay. Imbalance prior to the liquidity run. That gets traded through. So that can become an inversion. Bullish imbalance that was created on the way up. Trades right into both. You see that little area? Okay. And I know I point this out a lot too. The area is where the purple and the green overlap. That is the idea, or what I'm trying to point out to you, where both overlap. Where the bullish imbalance is, but also that overlaps with the imbalance prior to the liquidity run. Both of them overlap right there. And look what price does. It respects that. It says, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, right? Napkin on the lap, fork in the right hand type shit. It's respectful, right? And then look what happens. It absolutely launches for all of these highs in here, and then the morning session high at the time. That was 8:51. This was down here at 9:30. This was 9:38, and it ran for that. Could you squeeze a 1 to 2 out of that? Probably. I wouldn't have left one on the table, but hey, if you did, look where the fuck we're at. Look where we're at, bro. Look at the level of precision on that. Come on, dude. How many different ways do you want me to show you how to enter a market? You want bullish imbalances? There you go. You want inversions? There you go. You want to enter right after a stop run? There you go. All of those were in there. It's too easy, chat. It's too easy. I was just looking at Nasdaq, so you know that kind of blows. Right at that particular point, I told you I was trying to do that in Nasdaq, and it didn't give it to me. So that's how you know. That's how you know market makers are real, right? They're like, oh shit, John's got his fucking mouse on the long button, fixing a market order. We ain't gonna give it to him. Fuck him. Jam it higher. And then I was very disinterested in anything else after that, as you can see. Right? So, you know, that's that. For today, since I always teach with live price. Well, I mean, I live stream with live price, obviously. When I teach in the market reviews, a lot of it is hindsight, because it's like, oh, look what we talked about, or following up what I talked about. That's hindsight. But I usually try and give you guys a bias if I have something. I don't have shit over here on the indices. It's such a bullish day, such a green day. Stocks are up. It is looking so good. Dollar index is ass. Dollar is ass. Right? But what have we been waiting for? What did I tell you the last couple days in here? That the dollar, starting from the higher time frame, could not get to halfway of this imbalance on the daily. Couldn't get to halfway. And I said that was what? A signature of weakness. Did I not say that? It's a signature of weakness, which goes for any imbalance, by the way. But higher time frames are more important, right? Or should be, at least, right? Never gets there. So that's a signature of weakness. Then we saw some stop runs. There's some gaps in here. There's actually quite a lot of gaps, right? So what did today reach for? London launched us higher, can't make a new high, and then absolutely gets shit on. And what's it going for? Low resistant lows and equal lows, right? Look at how... Matter of fact, you remember the other day, we did this twice already. I did this 2 times. I'll show you again. When you're navigating market conditions that you might not like, or consolidating, whatever, remember that lesson I gave you. What did we backtest yesterday? Remember that little, it was like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Remember we went over into the euro and we were looking at what? I said, look at your high resistant highs, look at your low resistant lows, or, you know, whatever, right? And what we do? We studied, oh yeah, market takes liquidity and then it seeks liquidity. Market seeks liquidity, or excuse me, market takes liquidity, then it seeks liquidity. Market takes liquidity, then it seeks liquidity, right? And we came in here and we measured on like I think it was a 5-minute time frame or 15 minutes, something like that. But do the same thing on the 1 hour. What is that? That's a fucking horrible line is what that is. because I always had the magnet tool on. Are those low resistant highs? No. Those are high resistant highs. What about these highs in here? That's a higher high. Okay. That is a higher high. So is that low resistant highs? No. Those are high resistant highs. Okay. This right here is slightly lower. Okay. And I'll give you that. Sure. But remember, from here, that was a signature of weakness. Then we got stop runs, right? So if the market takes liquidity, then it's going to seek liquidity. And where is that? That's why we had that down here, 102.88, right there, boom. Low resistant lows here, or equal lows right there. And the market reached for that. How far can price go below a low? John, you always say imbalances or gaps. Well, do we have anything on the 1 hour? Maybe we do, but I don't see shit. Okay, well, let's zoom out. What about a daily? There's Monday's close and there's Tuesday's open. You see that gap right there? Even though there's a wick right there, that's still a gap that's presented on the daily. That's what those lines are. And now you see where it's at? Ran up to clean some highs during London, traded lower, rallies. I think that might be a mitigation right there. It looks kind of shit though. Rips everyone a new one and goes right for that 102.78 to 102.67, which is that gap below equal lows. Okay. Now with that, who is that? Jonas. Okay. Jonas. You have to be in alignment with the whales. All right. Maybe that's not funny to a lot of people, but that's pretty hilarious to me. Okay. You don't want to get swallowed up by the whales, Jonas. Okay. You don't want to be on the wrong side of price action. You want to be on the right side. So watch this. You asked about British pound. If the dollar is going to trade lower, which it does, and I just explained all that, then what does that mean for currency? That means higher. I told you to go look at a 1 hour. Okay. And on the future, so this is what's kind of weird. On the future side, these two right here were equal. But you also have some low resistance highs up here too. Okay. But either way, what's the first? Like, the market's not going to get up to these highs without going through these first. Okay. Now, this morning, you had this one here that was already traded through. So the next one would be here. 1.2804. Okay. So on a small time frame this morning, because it was like right around in here, like at 8:10 or 8:05, something like that, I mentioned we had equal lows on British pound. But the market isn't going to trade for equal lows, okay, unless that market is overall bearish, in which it was not. Okay, so we rallied. There's an imbalance here. We rallied. There's an imbalance and down candle here. We rallied. We don't get to 108.24, right? Now, this is the part where some of my longer term students, okay, are still probably going to shit themselves. Because if you go down to a 1 minute chart, well, John, you know, that doesn't really look all bearish, right? Right. So if it's not bearish, what should it be? You have lows here, right? Do you not? You have a low right there, a lower low, and then what? A third lower low. A third lower low. What does that mean? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, right? So the 1, 2, 3 formation, there's also low resistance highs here, okay? And I want to say this might have been a 2 minute chart. Yeah. Because the 1 minute doesn't have a lot. The 2 minute doesn't have a lot either, except for what? This is an imbalance, okay? That was bearish to go lower. This was a stop run, obviously, right? We trade through that and then into it here. And then look at the bodies right there. So this is what? An imbalance prior to a liquidity run in which it trades through and then back into it. Look at the bodies right there. Look at that. And then what do we launch for? Boom. 1.28. I don't know why I always do that. When I say 1.0, I'm just trying to be fast. The 1.28 40s. Look at that. That's absolute disgusting. That's just like Nasdaq, right? Where you're getting in damn near with no drawdown. That's a bullish imbalance inside a bearish one. This is disgusting. Slim, where's your sniper at, broski? What's going on? Where is it, Slim? What happened? But that's what that looks like. So guess what? If it's not going lower, if it's not going to run for lows, and 7:30 a.m. news, by the way. If it's not going to run for that, okay, that's going to be left open. Then we can look for signatures of long opportunities. There you go. 128.40, right? I don't know if electric is here. Oh, you're right there. I didn't look at the chat. Bruce, you called that today. You pointed that out, 128.40. Right? And what was my response to that? My response was, it could trade there. It could trade there. Because those are highs on the 1 hour, right? Yours were slightly lower, so we might have a different feed. They're going to act the same though, okay? And that's where price went to. So guess what? That was something that you did on your own, right? You found that level. And all you had to do after that was find something to trade on the way there. You know, if you live trade, I don't know, you know? But I'm just saying, that's how you do that. You saw the liquidity and you're like, oh, well, it could trade there. Right. And it went there today. So, Bruce, hopefully you're still here. But if you are, how does that feel? You pointed to the market, or you pointed out to where the market could go for British pound, and it went there, right? How does that feel to you? I gotta catch up on the chat now. I've been talking too much. Ricky, I get what you're saying. I have a dispute though with Uber Eats, man. They were bullshitting around. My driver was like doing circles and donuts and shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Paid $19 for some tacos, got nothing out of it. Never even showed up. I'm like, Jesus. Called my bank and was like, there's some fraudulent activity out here. So that's fine. There's multiple liquidity on 128.676, which we should catch first. Oh, I don't know. It might reach up there. It might not. Because the dollar took the lows and is in that gap. So we might pull back a little bit, but I'm not entirely sure. Yes, follow the rules today. Buying below New York open in bullish conditions. 15.5 said it was fire. What's good, Roman? Oh, I'm on and off. Bruce is at work. Damn, Bruce. Had to take a break. Too much bills to pay this month when I'm coming back. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. I won't ban you from the chat. Not from the YouTube chat, at least. This Discord will auto kick you. It'll give you 3 days. In case you guys never knew that. Once you're inactive for 3 days, I think it'll take your role away. So you'll still be in the Discord, you just won't see anything. So I'll never personally boot you unless you do some stupid shit. But we haven't had anybody do some stupid shit in a while. But anyway, I got the majority. I pretty much got everything I wanted to get out. Let's go take a look actually at gold. That was something I did want to look at. And this looks awful. This looks completely doo-doo McGee. This looks so bad. We saw silver trading higher during lunch, and gold followed suit a little bit. Personally, I think this is going to trade lower. I think gold for today, I think we should trade lower. But the way that price is moving and the way that this is, I mean, just look at it. We have lower highs and we have higher lows. But we also have the lows down here. So at 820, we had this, right? But at least for Oanda, at least on the future side too, GCZ, that's still open. So that to me is an area of liquidity. This move at 830 and 845, that to me runs this short-term high. So if we were going through examples, right, of liquidity being taken and then the market seeks liquidity, right, it would make sense for this market to trade lower. Now, if we go higher, I'll be wrong on the bias. I'll be wrong. And it's probably best for most traders not to trade during the middle of a range anyway, which I've always said, you know, trading near 50% is you're going to take drawdown. Price is not going to run your direction. You know, it's going to be very annoying. Okay. But if you look at it, right, higher high there, there's a slightly higher high right there. There's also a slightly higher high there. I don't know if I'd count that, but that just looks like shit because it really all does. But to me, it just looks like manipulation, open liquidity down here. And that's why I tweeted. I said gold with the eyes emoji. So, you know, that's what I think. I think this should rip ass. But look at it on a 15-minute. Big flag formation. You know, that's just, it's almost never ideal to trade in a condition like this right here. But I still think it could trade lower. Beating myself for my entry on YM today. Took the first inverted 1 minute imbalance on the low of the day, but didn't hold it for more than a 1 to 2 RR. At this moment, it's 1 to, what is that? 1 to 22. Damn. Well, look. Every cup has two handles. So, and that's Epictetus. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. But you should read, obviously. You can look at things from different perspectives. You can go, well, I missed out on a 1 to 22. Or you could say, you know what? I locked in a 2 to 1 or a 1 to 2, whatever. I locked in a 1 to 2 RR, bank something on the day. You can look at it from positivity or negativity. Philosophical Friday. So, you know, decide what would be better habitually. If you were, you know, because every decision that we make, right, is forming the habits that we're going to have in the future. So if you want to have the habit of looking at things from the positive perspective, then you need to look at it from the positive perspective. If you constantly look at it, well, I missed out on this, well, I missed out on that, then that's all you're ever going to find. Oh, I missed this, I missed that. Bro, if I told you how many trades there really were across all these markets, you would absolutely shit yourself. There's 1 minute here and 2 minutes there and 5 minutes there and daily swings over here and, you know, next candle entries over there and there's hundreds of trading opportunities every day across multiple markets, across multiple time frames. It's literally disgusting how many trading opportunities there are every single day. So if we go into the day thinking that, I'm going to miss this, I'm going to miss that, then you're going to just put yourself in that negative frame of mind. And then you're going to stay there. Then you're going to be stuck there. Or you could be someone that I like to be, where it's like, let's say it's Sunday night. I think to myself, all right, there's going to be some good opportunities this week. It might be Monday, it might be Tuesday, it might be Wednesday or Thursday, maybe even Friday, but I know for a fact that there is going to be at least one or two high probability trades that I could find, that I could take without needing to trade all the shit that I told you about over here and over here. And what about this market? What about that market? What about this time frame or that time frame? You just need one or two really good trades, or maybe even like 3 or 4 mediocre trades. Okay. You don't have to aim for the stars. You have to aim high, but not too high. You get what I'm saying? So just think about that. Okay. I basically gave you a dichotomy here. On one side, you could list all the reasons for thinking positively and why that would be beneficial for you. Meaning, hey, I locked in a 1 to 2. And on the other side, I'm upset that I missed a 1 to 22. Right? So you have that dichotomy. You have the good side and you have the other side, or the inverse. And list out what would be the long-term effects of thinking from this way and thinking from this way. Okay? So that, bro, if gold in the next 15 minutes goes to 24.58, I'm going to absolutely fucking scream. And probably even do a backflip. You might even see me do my first backflip, dude. You might be like, damn, John should have went to the Olympics. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at that candle in a 1 minute time frame. Sheesh. They're coming for your stops, Ricky. They're saying, man, we got too many people long right now. We got to get them the fuck out of here. We got to get them out. Like, who's long? Get them out of here. This is what the market does, bro. No free lunch on Wall Street, baby. The market's coming for your shit. They're coming for your stops, dude. But the way we made these highs is very just, what is that? Right? Like, what a weird forming high. It just looks so weird to me. But yeah, it's been bullish all day, so maybe there's a pullback. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier or not. That might have been for the currencies. I might have not said that for the indices markets, but we made low resistant highs as our high of the day. I don't care for that. For shorts, I mean. Sure, this could sell off, but if we would have done something like maybe this wick was like that, if we would have done something like that, I'd be interested, but we didn't do that. It's an 80 level right there too. They worked that 80 level big time. So anyway, yeah, definitely got a little spike in there, which is cool. So I'll watch this because that's kind of where the volatility is at the moment, at least. But did you catch all that of what I was saying about you could think this way or you could think that way? I might have to go back and clip that. But it's a lot easier said than it is done. Because sometimes even myself, I'm on the wrong side. You know, I'll think, man, John, you know, you bagged the 1 to 3, which is cool, but then you missed the 1 to 5, like, you know, and I mean, it's who we are, right? Like, that's humans. We always look for bad shit. We always have something to complain about, right? But that's why we have to change the thinking, right? Like Marcus Aurelius said, our soul is dyed by the color of our thoughts. It's in the Bible too. Be careful what you think, because your thoughts control your life. I'm not sure which verse it is, but it's in the Bible somewhere. Okay. So that matters. Thinking really does matter. So hopefully that, you know, gives you a little bit more, I guess, psychology side. You know, I'm not a super huge fan of like trading psychology streams, but I guess I have a couple things, you know, to discuss, and that's one of them. So we'll have to see how far this market retraces if we do trade lower. But yeah, what a nasty wick on the 5-minute. What a nasty wick. I just want to see gold here for a minute just to see what she's doing. This little gap right there, but I don't know if that's going to mean anything. Yeah. So yeah, I'll end the stream in a few minutes. Whatever happens with gold, I will update you for the market review. But yeah, if it were up to me, I would screenshot something like this on your own chart. Don't screenshot your screen. Like, go to Trading View and use the take snapshot on your chart. I would screenshot gold here on a 15-minute time frame. Okay. And that is what I'm going to leave you with on that side. With indices today, like I said earlier, I have no idea what this wants to do, bro. for the afternoon session, I don't know. For all I know, we could keep going higher. Okay. Days like this where the market just continues. It goes higher, and it goes higher, and it goes higher, and it goes higher. And it just keeps doing that like all day. Days like this have almost never, if I'm not already in something, a day like this will whoop my ass. Okay. Trading in like the PM session on a day like this, I will get my ass handed to me. Okay. Now, something back in here, like early in the morning, I think is okay. But like even lunch, same thing. Lunch just here, and it just grinds. There's like small retracement grind, small retracement grind. I will absolutely take a loss if I press buttons here. So for that, I probably won't. Demo, who cares? Who cares? You know, do whatever you want, but I'm not going to live trade anything here. So that's all I got. Unless you guys have any last minute questions, feel free to ask. Took profit a long time ago. We short on CFDs. Oh, nice. Big lawsuit win with the SEC for crypto at end of last week, opening doors for further gains ahead. What's for lunch, donkey? Made some grilled chicken. I have like my own version of Chipotle. So pinto beans, white rice, grilled chicken, lettuce, cheese. I used the last of the sour cream last night. And yeah, so it's kind of like a Chipotle bowl, but at home. So, and then after that, I don't know if I'm gonna work out or not. It's fucking hot, dude. It's 93 Fahrenheit outside. So, you know, if I go work out, I'm gonna sweat so much it's gonna be outrageous. So imagine being long and then seeing a candle like that. That'll make you shit yourself. That'll make you panic sell on the way down. And then you'll be watching this going, fuck, why did I get rid of it? But yeah, these are not like, these are all low resistant highs here on ES, on NQ, Dow right here too, which it's already reached up into, but these highs just look janky to me. And we'll have to see. But yeah, lunch is going to be a homemade Chipotle bowl. Sometimes I like me a little bowl. You know what I'm saying? Oh, low 70s. Man, I'd be outside so much more in the low 70s. I'd get so much more reading done, and I'd probably work out a lot more too. So we'll have to see. But anyway, that'll be it. I'll go ahead and shut it down here. Oh, actually, I lied. One more thing. I just remembered at the last second. If you are a gold sniper, okay, I tried to do it yesterday. It doesn't really work because it takes a lot to like verify if you're a gold sniper or not. If you have a gold sniper here on YouTube, Stephanie, Convicted Capitalist, you know, whoever, send me a DM on Discord. Not Cameron, not Willow. There's a couple of you that have already received your gift. But the other, Leon, I think 2020 got his. Alex, send me a DM on Discord. I don't remember if Nikki got hers. Martin, you can send me one. Eberneth, you can send me one if you haven't gotten your gift. Basically, anybody that's a gold sniper who hasn't received what I've sent them, which is a file, okay? I ain't gonna say what's in it, but it's my gift to you, being a gold sniper, you know, 12-month member here. So, you know, it's not something that's going to make or break your entire trading. You know, it's not going to be like, oh, John's holding back from us or whatever. It's just something simple, which I like, and I use it. So, if you're a gold sniper, send me a DM on Discord if you haven't received it. All right? Yeah, Sean got his? Okay, cool. Thank you. But yeah. With that being said, y'all be blessed. We will be here same time, same place on Wednesday for the next live session in about 5 to 6 hours or so. I'll put out today's market review. We'll have to see what happens with gold, with what happens with the dollar index and with the indices here for the PM session. And we'll go from there. So be blessed. Don't do anything stupid. Thank you, Donkey. Don't do anything stupid. And I'll see you guys later.